reacting to a nightcap video. They're gonna be talking about the C.J. Stroud and Caleb Williams interaction that they had post game.
C.J. Stroud denied his intention was to little bro Caleb Williams during the post-game interaction in Week 2. He explained how older players approached him on the field last year to offer helpful advice, so he wanted to pay it forward. Ocho, let's take a listen to the sound. Caleb and then C.J.
I was trying to like little bro him or nothing. He knows that too. I have a ton of respect for him. I told him I have respect for him. But I had so many guys coming to me after games last year, and that meant the world to me. That those guys even thought about giving me advice. So I just try to get back to what the game has given to me. So I wish him the best, man. I want him to do amazing in this league. I think he will. I think that he'll get his groove. And once you get your rhythm, I didn't get my rhythm until like week 3, week 4.
C.J. Stroud sound like a stand-up person, bro. Whenever you getting advice, no matter what the age of the person is, you always got to be like receptive of it. The moment you show like an ounce of arrogance, I don't think that reflects good on your character. Keep in mind, Caleb Williams did lose, but whenever you get that advice, you just got to be, receptive of it. You don't know what that advice could do or help with your life. So, C.J. Stroud, stand-up guy. But I'm wondering if they're gonna show the actual interaction.
So I can see his game picking up from here, and so I don't think he was trying to be any towards away. He's just upset that they lost. I totally understand. So I have a ton of respect for that guy, man. I want him to do extremely well, just like any other guy until we play on that day. You know what I mean? And after the game.
What y'all think about that baggy pants era that's going on? I think some baggy pants, they cool, but like others, they be too baggy. The reason I'm saying is because you can see like, that's borderline like crossing that gray area, baggy, too baggy.
We can be cool, you know what I mean? But I'm definitely, rooting for him and want to see him do extremely well.
Is everything we trying to show somebody up, Ocho? Is that where we are now?
I kind of understand though, especially, you got to put yourself in Caleb Williams' shoes. I'm going against the number 1 quarterback. That's my partner. Whether you know each other or not. I'm just coming off a bad game though, I'm just coming off a bad game.
Yeah.
And at that time with cameras rolling, with you mic'd up, with you telling me, wanting to, not make certain plays or telling me I need to make certain plays or certain throws at that time when everybody's listening and watching I think it could be a little uncomfortable. Even with C.J. Stroud's intentions not being that. I think the time.
I didn't even know he talked about his throws. I thought it was just a interaction. I got to watch the clip myself. I thought it was just an interaction where there's like, good game, keep it up, stop taking hits. Maybe I misinterpreted it, but I thought that's what the interaction was. I got to rewatch the clip. Hopefully they play it in the video, but
timing and the setting of doing so was maybe a little wrong. That's all. But I can kind of see both sides. Because when it comes to Stroud, Stroud intentions, he's authentic as it get.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm talking about authentic. If you don't know him yet, if you know his history, I didn't know Stroud for a little minute. He grew up with my son out there in LA now. So I'm talking about when I talk about authentic as it get, and you won't know until you actually meet him in person and talk to him. So I know he meant nothing by what he was trying to do. His intentions were pure in the message he was trying to give Caleb.
That's all that matters, bro. If your intentions pure, it don't matter how nobody else receives it. Go about your day, keep going on being you, because people gonna feel how they gonna feel. That's their problem, that ain't your problem. Like, if you voicing your opinion and that's how you genuinely feel, don't ever try to hide that, bro. Let people feel how they feel, man. You go to sleep in your bed at night.
Caleb, but I can understand Caleb coming off a loss after a game, feeling a certain way about losing the game and having a bad game, and just the timing might have been just off a tad bit. So that's why you can see the mannerisms of him listening and then trying to pull away, and then Stroud trying to engage again, and it feeling like come on, man, not right.
I get it. And that's why, Ocho, I don't even offer any advice. I don't try to mentor. If you want to reach out, I'll reach out. I'll respond. I'll return. I'll call you back, or somebody get in touch. Say, man, such and such trying to reach out to you. Okay, hey, he give information because that's why. That's why. Me, the way I took it, man, when them guys would walk up to me like, damn, little sharp, you gonna be like a big bro, huh? Man, that meant the world to me, Ocho. I ain't catch with one pass.
You feel me? It's all about perception. I think the level of understanding and maturity that you on, win, lose, or draw, you can learn from it all. Like, especially in a loss in Caleb Williams' perspective, you gotta learn more from the loss. And obviously, as a younger quarterback, in my perspective, it will serve you to like take that advice of somebody that's been in the league. But then again, who knows? That boy, again, it's a loss. You ain't trying to hear nothing. You just trying to get back to the locker room, refocus, and focus on next week. But shoot, that moment could have helped them for next week, you know. But who knows? We're gonna see, man. I understand both sides, but I'm just more on the side of like, damn, being more receptive to that information and advice.
But somebody saw something in me that made them think that I could be like my big brother. I don't care if you ain't nothing, but if you're a day older than me, you can offer me some advice. You offer me words of encouragement. I'm good.
That's all I'm saying. Take advice. Advice could come from anywhere, any place, any age. Take that advice.
Tell me, damn, hey, I've never been too proud to receive info that I believe can be beneficial. So that's why Ocho, that's why I don't, man, you should have mentored. Ask. I ain't stepping on nobody's toes because for that very reason. Everybody think you trying to son them. Everybody don't want Shannon's assistant. Everybody don't.
And that's another piece too. Like, people egos be getting in the way of their progression. So you gotta be mindful of that. Like, always be open to give advice, but I don't know if you should feel the need to actively push it out. If somebody inquire, give it. But other than that, it's gonna be instances where you like gotta offer like be welcoming or insist on giving you advice. But other instances, it's just like they don't ask, they don't receive. Somebody looking to answer, like they always say, whenever a student is ready to learn, the teacher will appear. And if you got that knowledge, somebody gonna find you because they hungry for that knowledge. But sometimes you just may need to give it openly and freely, but don't expect like to be persistent in giving that somebody that knowledge if they're not receptive of it.
Don't want Shannon's help. If they want it, they'll reach out. That's where I am on that situation. So, and guys, there are a lot of guys. I never mention their name. If they want to mention it, they'll mention it. Talk to them a lot. Hey, do I stay up? Do I go? Hey, man, you've been through this, blah, blah, blah. Hey, you have to understand what it's like here. You're never going to be as well as thought of there. X, Y, and Z. Hey, man, you're doing great. You know, travel, reach out. Nephew will reach out. What you think? What you see? Man, this is what I'm looking at. This is what this is what I see. And from the time I had a relationship, I felt he made me feel if I saw something in his game, I could reach out and tell him. Pick up the phone. Hey.
And that's big. That's big. Once somebody makes you aware that they open to your criticism or your, not even criticism, but constructive criticism, then that relationship grow that much stronger because it's really a sense of them wanting to get better and not biased or against another person's opinion or judgment. Not even judgment, but like criticism of them. That's big.
Just what I'm seeing. But everybody's not receptive like that. Everybody, you know, I ain't trying to be your big brother. I'm not trying to be anything. I'm trying to offer you some advice. So where I do it, if you want the advice, you reach out. If you don't, I'm cool. No thing. Hey, bro.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's cool, right?
Listen, I see both sides. I see both sides. But I know one thing. I know a lot of people might not be on Caleb's side right now. They might be talking trash. You know, some of the pundits, some of the analysts, you know, saying some things, whatnot, because of his play, you know, and throwing interceptions, making errant throws. I know one thing. When that young brother figures it out understands the pace of the game, the flow of the game, catches that rhythm. When Caleb Williams catches that rhythm and the speed of the game, and the game starts to slow down to him, and he's able to process information, boy, it's gonna be hell, boy.
I agree. Them clips I be seeing, I don't like doing that comparison thing, but bits and pieces of Patrick Mahomes, boy, that's scary. Another Patrick Mahomes on a different team? That shit gonna change. It's already changing the quarterback world. All the side throws, all the running out of pockets, broken plays, scramble drills, account for the quarterback, account for, like, it just, defense is gonna have to adapt to that, and that's real scary. Like, when you're a defensive coordinator, you could say, like, dang, we're gonna have everything locked up, but we don't know what Caleb finna do. Like, that probably gonna raise a lot of concerns, but he gotta get that first, and I think he will in due time.
He got all.
Yeah. And that's how it is with anything.
Tools, he got. I'm talking about it. Got them all.
Oh yeah, he could do it all. He can spin it. Got an arm. He can run. Good throw on the run. But Ocho, it's like in this digital space, you know, guys will reach out. I'll sit down and have a conversation with them. I say, well, I kind of did it like this, and so forth and so on. And I say, you're kind of in a similar situation. I say, because you know, you're somebody fast. I said, but you got to work at it now. I said, now, if you just try to get in this to do, I said, what actually are you trying to do? Because if you're not going to devote the time,
what good is it?
I say, bro, you got to spend time. I said, you don't understand how much time my team spends. That, you know, Ash, I mean, I have an idea. That's one thing about, her phone's on do not disturb except for one number. And so when that number, and sometimes that number calls at midnight. And if you didn't know better, you swear she was.
Well, when you got to be committed to something, when you truly love and got a passion for something, well, that time non-existent. Like, any time that it called to be worked on, you're going to get it done, for sure.
She was expecting me to call because she's wide awake. And sometimes that conversation might be 5 minutes, and sometimes it might be an hour and 35 minutes. But she's listening to what I have to say, because at the end of the day, we're trying to make Nightcap as good as we possibly can. Pass this information along to Ocho's producer, so forth and so on. Same thing with CJ. We're looking at, okay, who can we get that's going to be engaging, who's going to be entertaining, got a great story to tell. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to create content that we think our viewing audience, our listening audience, that they want to hear. That's what we try to do. We study the trend. We try to stay above it or in it, never fall behind it. We're looking.
So people don't realize, and even myself don't realize this content thing. Like, this is going to be so big that a lot of people they can't even forecast it. Like, all the major television networks, I don't see that lasting as long. I mean, it's always going to be there, granted. Well, I don't want to say granted, but, you know, they going to find a way to stay in the market. But people want to see people that they could resemble. They don't want to see that scripted bullshit that we've been seeing for the past however many years. So, like, content creation from especially former players, former athletes, people who've been in the industry that is drawing attention, whether it be sports, media, entertainment, food, cooking. Like, people want to see people that they resemble to, relate to, and that are authentic and genuine and can give their honest opinion. They don't want that behind the screen, hey, how you doing? Like, they just want people talking how they feel. Unedited, unscripted, raw cut, you feel me? So I know this content creation thing gonna go bigger than a lot of people even realize. And that's why I started.
Looking at numbers, and we're seeing what we need to do in order, and you know, we listen, we see comments and we listen. How can we give them what we want? But at the end of the day, it's Unc and Ocho. We got to be true to who we are. Yes.
That's key. That's the key separation, authenticity. The more that you're able to exude who you are as a person, the more you're going to attract like-minded people and grow that audience even faster. Whenever you start acting, or not acting, but like acting, being somebody that you're not, then that's where divide come, because now you done grew this audience, and now when you try to be yourself, it ain't correlating. So always, if you're gonna get into anything, always do it 100% you. If you can't, then it's probably not for you.
We want to please our fan base. We want to please the people that subscribe, people that watch, people that purchase our merchandise. But at the end of the day, you have to be Ocho, I have to be Unc. We're two different people, but we're striving for the same thing. So yeah, a lot of times people reach out, and when you explain to them what it takes, it's not easy. I mean, it's like trying to get an electron. I mean, it's like trying to get it's like, okay, I'm gonna compete with Apple. Boy, they got $400 billion on cash. They spent another.
Speaking of Apple, I was with Tim Cook. Tim Cook late on. I mean, early this evening, and they were doing the unveiling of the iPhone 16. Yeah, they gave me an iPhone 16 Pro Max.
Well, I wonder how many more iPhones they gonna create, bro. Like, it's always something to upgrade, but at the point, it's like, man, like how much better can you get? At some point, it just gotta be like, I mean, you can never stop innovating. That's the truth. But camera quality, like, what more? And I guess that's the fun part about it. As somebody at Apple, is like the challenge or the opportunity to find something new to innovate. I just be feeling like, damn, bro, another iPhone, sometimes I be forgetting what iPhone I got. All of them, to me, do the same thing, but obviously, if you more in depth and more in tune with technology, you probably utilize those other benefits that the newer phones got. But I be like, God damn, how many more iPhone 50, my ass still on iPhone 12 or some shit.
Max, whatever you call it. So I'm excited though. I'm excited to open this up. Yeah, I got it.
I don't know. I think I'm going backwards. I think I'm about to get me a flip phone. I'm done with that. I'm done. Yeah, man. They got me running scared. Hey, I think Motorola got a flip phone that you can fold up and put it in your pocket like a billfold. That's what I'm looking for.
There you go. Shoot, that'll work. That'll work.
I think if I get me another phone, I ain't gonna even have. I ain't gonna have no Instagram on it. I ain't gonna have no apps on it. Just a phone.
That'll work.
Yeah, man. They got me running scared, Ocho. Andy Reid says Isaiah Pacheco is headed to IR to have surgery and there has no timeline. Said it could be the season or next. Excuse me. Should Chiefs fans be panicking?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Listen, if you understand the running back position.
Man, not even just the running back position. They receiver court. Patrick Mahomes gonna find a way, bro. That man done lost Tyreek Hill. People thought Tyreek leaving would affect that man. Got Travis Kelce. Got, Rasheem Rice. You got one from, what's his name, Xavier Worthy. You got, I think they even got Kareem Hunt back. And you got so much more that I ain't even naming. But, like, Patrick Mahomes gonna get it done. And Andy Reid gonna find a way. Like, they be pulling plays I ain't never seen before with players that just mesh well together. So, Isaiah Pacheco, I don't think that's gonna affect them, bro. If Tyreek Hill ain't affect them, I ain't saying, one is better than the other, but like, that man gonna find a way to win. That is simply put.
Position where players are replaceable. Now, there's nothing wrong with Pacheco, but there's an upper echelon of running backs. Your Alvin Kamara's, your Christian McCaffrey's, your Nick Chubb's, your Derrick Henry's. I think Pacheco would be in the tier 2. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. He would be in the tier 2 of the position. So filling in that position or having someone else fill that role that Pacheco does, it would be easier to do. And I mean that in a respectful way. It is what it is. You can find someone else to put in that position that can give you that same production.
Well, they got Kareem Hunt coming back, and before he, got in trouble, he was as good at running and catching the football as they had. You remember that outstanding rookie season? I mean, his first game, he did a number on Coach Belichick. And Coach Belichick, I think, went to the center of the field and said, son, you got a hell of a career in front of you. And he had a little mishap. He got in some trouble. And they ended up, if I'm not mistaken, I think they released him and he ended up signing with Cleveland, had a couple of good years there. But If the thing is, Ocho, think about it. You lose Pacheco, and you saw the Chiefs last year in the playoffs, and this year they start to run the ball a little bit more. Now you've already out Hollywood, guy you was counting on, so that's 2 weapons. Now remember, they benched their left tackle. They're kind of picking up, starting up. They benched him, so now you bench your left tackle. Your other guy that came in, he got 2 penalties. You held on the win. No Hollywood, no Pacheco. At some point in time,
I wanted to see Hollywood Brown play so bad, bro. Like, that would have been, seeing the Chiefs now without him, man, they got like 3 of the same type of receivers. They got Hollywood, they got Rasheem, and then they got Xavier Worthy. They got 3 of the same type receivers, and they don't even got Hollywood right now. And they still got Travis Kelce. Just imagine, like, bro, that's a dangerous team, bro. I don't know how they keep doing that shit, bro. How the fuck they keep getting all these people? And it's like, they all mesh well. Like, it's a specific type of receiver they like. I think before, aside from, when I say specific type of receiver, it's short, fast, and then they're going to have a tight end that you know, is they reliable feature and definitely produce. But before that, it was like they had Sammy Watkins and what was it, MTV or MVC, and Marquez Valdez, MVS, I think that's his name. I can't think of his whole name, but MVS, he had came from the Packers. Those were like the only 2 big receivers, and then they added Juju back in the day. But like, they got a specific type of short, fast, explosive receiver, and they always couple them, and they always mesh well. So it's a cheat code at this point.
And you know, who's the biggest threat to the Chiefs? The Chiefs. In injuries, that's the biggest threat. You can't keep losing these good ass players. Oh, next man up. If the next man was so good, he'd have been up.
Or he wouldn't have had it. No, if the next man was so good, he would have already been up there. Yeah, but
exactly. He'd been up. He'd be the gap.
Thing. This is the funny thing about the Patriots. I'm talking about the Patriots. This is the funny thing about the Chiefs. Last year they had issues. Everybody dropping the balls. Nobody to throw the ball to. Offensively, they stunk. They were stinking up the house. November, in the month of October, they were very, very good at getting over adversity and just keep on chopping wood and chopping wood and chopping wood. And I think it's going to be the same thing again, because you
got to realize, like, they coming off a Super Bowl season, so whoever plays in the Super Bowl, they got less recovery time than anybody that was kicked out of the playoffs or, you know, never made it to the playoffs. So I think this is expected. This is like, you know, one of those situations where it's like what come with being a champion. So get them boys time to heal. What really matters is postseason. Once you get into that, you know, run to get into the playoffs and qualify, man, they do the same thing for the past year or so.
As you know, when you have a quarterback like that, of that caliber, no matter what turmoil is going on around you and your team, as long as you have that centerpiece in place, you will always have a chance to win.
Exactly. That's like Brady and the Patriots. Similar scenario, less dynamic of a quarterback. When we talk about mobility-wise, you know, high IQ level probably match, if not exceed, that of Mahomes. But when you got that IQ matched with playmaking ability, plus explosive receivers to target, man, the opportunity endless. As long as you got that, you know, if you want to call them like that centerpiece, that core of your team in Mahomes, you're always going to have a fighting chance. They could get Lil Ray off the side of the street and Mahomes go find a way. You feel me? Same thing with Brady, always finding a way.
Well, Trav going to have to pick it up. I mean, I think he got, 3-4 catches for 39 yards. That ain't gonna cut it, Ocho. Rashee Rice is giving you, he's taking that next step. He's playing unbelievable. I mean, the way he finished the last half of the season, postseason,
he picking up.
He picked right up
where he left off at too now.
I'm telling you, Rashee, to get that off the field shit, handle it now. But Rashee, Definitely right there, bro.
Picking right up. Now we need Trav to go along with
But
that.
you know, they got to give him the ball now. You know, they got the ball. You know,
Yeah.
have some play, have some special plays called up for him, and depending on who they're playing, he's gonna have games where he's gonna go slap ass off, and then you're gonna play some teams that can be like, you know what, we taking you away no matter what. We taking you away.
Right.
We double you no matter what, no matter where you go. And then obviously everyone else is going to have to, you know, do what they need to do. Rasheed Rice, Xavier Worthy going to have to go off. He has to go off, and he need to make them pay early. Xavier need to make them pay early.
Yeah. So that's where I am on that. I think the thing is for them is that it needs to be a situation where the guy's going to have to step up. I'm anxious to see what Kareem Hunt can do. Maybe they go out and get Jet McKinnon because he's unbelievable. He can run the ball. He's better in the passing game. Great at blocking. Great special teams player. So it'd be interesting to see how that works out for them.
To CJ Stroud and Caleb Williams, man, just be open to advice, no matter where it comes from. I think that's a key takeaway. Till next time.